Yes, people. Yes. Saturday's back, and we got a winners panel because guess what? Every single Chelsea fan is somehow not available. You know, what's it called? Don's not available. You know, he's gonna let me know if he's about tomorrow. Let me know all of a sudden. Ches isn't about. You know, Fatur or Father, if it, however you want to that. He's all the way east in London, so he's not home. You know, Jimmy's typically here on a Saturday. You know, not around. He's driving. Fair enough, and whatnot. Lewis AWOL. The only person I've seen is Goonie. Goonie is the only one that's been around, and it's a shame. But guess what? I done my homework, and I decided to watch some extended highlights on Chelsea. So, and we can laugh at them because they're still in 11th. Crazy times. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, and Wolves are 2 points ahead. I know Chelsea's got a game in hand, but that game in hand is against Tottenham. So, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's shameless. Goonie went on a hiatus as well, and he came back, and look, he's still about. So shout out to Goonie. He went on a hiatus, but he came back.
Man. But yeah, look, my time's coming tomorrow. I'm pretty sure you lot are gonna crash on me when we get battered like 6-0. But guess what? I haven't played yet. But look, Specs is finally on the panel after weeks, months. Newcastle winning. Josh is finally on the panel since the first time he came, and they've got a win in Aston Villa, just about in Luton Town. Deji, you know, obviously Deji comes on finally. Tottenham gets a win. You know, it wasn't most convincing in the first half from what I could see, but they got the job done. Timo Werner getting on the score sheet, and Liverpool absolutely scumming their way with Nunes with a nice McAllister ball at the back post, pretty much. Nunes to just tuck it in. But you know what? Nottingham Forest only have themselves to blame. Let's be honest. They only have themselves to blame for time wasting. But yeah, man, look, I don't even know where to start, but you know what? I'm going to start with Liverpool. This is the first in the title, right? Welks, I watched that game. I watched that game from minute 0 and I was bored. There's so much possession and nothing going on. I don't even think he had a shot on target in the first half, but Forest was scummy. I can't lie. I didn't expect them to play like that. They defended very well. You know, I think injuries kind of showed for you, man, today. 100 million%. But if you have to scum your way to a Premier League title, so be it, right?
But Liverpool said, I'm leaving here with something. That and obviously it was hard. Obviously, watching the game, I was nervous as hell. This game, listen, I ain't gonna capture you. I didn't know this was the type of game where I wanted to be like, just get the 3 points and cut. But you see, Nottingham Forest, they made it difficult. You see, Origi was like waving in, coming in, taking shots from far. So okay, he's taking it personal, and you know it can't be because you had Origi, Awani, and Nico Williams, 3 former Liverpool players. And I didn't want them to crash on us.
So you're saying it was inside. You're saying it was an inside job, innit?
Yeah, listen. Yeah. You got to do what you got to do. But listen, man, people, we got the 3 points and you keep pushing. That's all I can say. Listen, we played crap. Gakpo, there's conversations about Gakpo. And I must say, like, listen, there's the bench him, man. Bench him. You don't warrant a start in Liverpool side at the moment. So it's when Dan's come on against Southampton, 20 minutes cameo and bags 2 goals. Gakpo probably almost like almost a full 90. That's shameful still because listen, we already know about the injury situation. I ain't gonna go into that, but like you want to be a bit convincing, but at the same time, you can allow this game. I think for Liverpool, I think it's not one of the worst performances this season. I think our worst performance came against Arsenal and Man United where we got a 0-0. But this one, I think it was keep your head in the game, especially if you're playing the likes of Bobby Clark, Elliott. Obviously pissed off that he came off, but I don't know, man. It's one of those games I can't really even digest or dissect really. Nunes comes on, McAllister assists, and listen, just momentum for the next game, really. That's the biggest game we can think about. But it's 3 points on the board. I can't complain, people, man.
But, like, if any of you boys, I don't know if any of you boys got to catch anything of the Liverpool game, right? But if you was a Liverpool fan, would you be worried about playing Man City next week? Considering, like, honest, like on a serious notice here, obviously it's at Anfield and you can't write off any sort of Liverpool team. It doesn't matter how bad it looks on paper. When it comes to a big game, Liverpool are up for it, right? But honestly, Would you not be thinking like, is this sustainable to go and win the league? Because and in context, if you want to, Josh, yeah, or anyone, look at their run as well. Their run is very favourable.
Look, I mean, Cass, I think you throw a really good question, my bro. The truth is, Welcome will come here and he'll be shaking his bum, and I don't know why he'd be shaking his bum, because actually he's going through what I've been saying all season, which is when you lose big game players, it has an impact, and we saw the impact today. Yes, you were fortunate to get the win, but really and truly, you were fortunate to get the win. That could have easily been a draw. You could have easily lost that game. Now, with that being said, unless 3 or 4 men come into that Liverpool team before next week, and I'm hearing that maybe Salah might be back and a couple of other brothers might be back in time, if you put out that squad against City, you are getting royally slapped. And the thing is, that's not anything to be ashamed of. It's just what it is. And I think what we're seeing this season with the top 5 is that when you're missing the big guns, it has an impact on the team. So far, so good. Liverpool got over the line, but if that Liverpool team was playing Spurs, if that Liverpool team was playing Villa, if that Liverpool team was playing Arsenal or City, it's long. So I'm hoping that Liverpool can get their players back in time, but if they don't, then I'll be going down the bookies and putting a cheeky pinky on Man City to put 4 or 5 past that Liverpool team next week. So it is what it is, but welcome. Like that, welcome. Because when you've lost the big guns, now you're seeing it now. You're seeing it. It's an excuse. Yeah, everyone's got injuries. Yeah. Now you can see the fall off. Now we can see the drop off. Because they were shaking their bum because they beat Chelsea. But the fact of the matter is, I don't expect to see Chelsea.
Is it compliment us or I don't get it, what's your angle? I don't get it.
Wait. So back yourself quickly. So back in that one. Sorry, I'm back rocks here. Now, I heard Deji say and making some points in it, but I'm old school, bruv. I'm going by like that kind of mentality monster thing. Injuries or not, yeah, bro. They're doing it at the end of the day, innit? They're doing it. They didn't concede a goal. It's not a fortunate win. It was a beautiful ball, and Nunes scored the winner in it. And that's the kind of momentum you need. Regardless who you're playing, they are at Anfield. It makes a tad difference, spirit-wise and all that. It is Anfield, you get me? I hear what you're saying, the players are out, and it could be our City might pump them and all that. Not necessarily, bro. I don't think it's a fortunate thing. It's a mentality thing, bro. And everyone's buying into it, whether it's the youngsters or the big hitters, bro. And they're doing it, bro. It's annoying. If you're one of the main rivals, like City and Arsenal and all that, it's annoying because they keep scraping it. Either they go behind, they're scraping it, whether they're back to the team in the end, towards the end of the game, or they nick a goal, bro. I don't think the spirit is there, bro. And that's what title winners, as you know.
I hear your
point. He hasn't won a title.
This real quick before Welcome comes in, but let me just drop this bar real quick. Yeah. The same circumstances, Liverpool, as of last week. Same injuries, same players. They make it to the Champions League final. Do they make those same changes? Champions League final, because you're talking about mentality and it's flowing through the club. Yeah. If Liverpool made it with the same injuries as of last week, same players available, do they make the same changes in the Champions League final like they did last week in the Carabao?
I find it hard to answer because I'm more just focusing on this Premier League thing, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? That's what we're talking about, innit? Title chasing. I'm not really. I can't really answer that, to be honest with you. You get me? I'm talking about this Premier League title race, and they're not in the Champions League anyway. So let's stick to like they're in the Premier League, bro, and they're going for the title, bro. And for me, their mentality is mad, and it's scary, bro. Regardless who's in there. I hear what you're saying, though. I'm not dismissing what you're saying. Remember from the beginning, I didn't dismiss. I said you made a good point, but I just think like you're kind of swerving away from that mentality thing, bro. It's going through the whole of the squad, bro. The youngsters to the youth, man. It matters who's there, bro. I just think, not saying they're going to win it, but I'm just saying, bro, every time I see Liverpool, bro, it's annoying if you're a main rival fan.
They just win, innit? They just win.
They just win it, bro. They're winning it. And that's it. That's all that matters, bro. You get me? If the hands getting that title, bro, no one ain't caring about this and that, bro. It's those games. Like, you see this game here? If Liverpool, let's say, win the title, it's games like that, bro.
Oh, by the way, I saw someone. They there was a stat. Obviously I done a video on the Liverpool game. What's it called? And someone said that they haven't won at a City ground since 1984. By the way,
who Liverpool?
Liverpool.
That video,
Yeah, last season we lost. One he scored.
So if that's not a good stat, that's like anyone will use anything as a sign, as the sign of champions, the sign of this, the sign of that. But they beat the City, Nottingham Forest in a couple seasons. Well, they've only been there for a season to beat for a couple seasons since ages ago. But even back then, they got Salah coming back for next week. They got Szoboszlai with minutes in the bank now. You know, they got Endo back fully fit. If he looked fit to me, they played 3 games like in 11 days or some crap like that, and they got all wins. And Nunes is back, which is huge. I'm not being funny, Josh, but if like you, how do you stop that? And they get clean sheets recently as well. People forget that they got clean sheets with Kelleher in goal.
Yeah. I think my thing with Liverpool is you asked about like City this weekend, like should this Liverpool team be worried? I want to see their Europa League team that they put out. So they've got to go to Sparta Prague Thursday, early kickoff. What team is he going to put out? Because for me, that is a sign. Now, if he can put out, I'm not being funny, if young Dan starts, Kumas, Bobby Clark, if they all start, I reckon the legs are there for Liverpool to go give City a good game. But if I see Endo, McAllister, Szoboszlai, Nunes, all starting in that Europa League game, just not quite feeling it. So I think if I'm Klopp, I think, you know, you've put these youngsters on a pedestal, you've given them minutes in finals, you've bled them into the Premier League where you can in game day. Go for him in that Europa League tie. And do you know what? I actually half expect what sort of Specs is sort of saying with the mentality. I think these youngsters will step out on that pitch and go, here's my chance, here we go. I'm going to be a winner. And do you know what? I'm not going to let this side down. We're going to keep ourselves in the tie. And actually, quite interesting, I was speaking to a Spurs fan yesterday, and he sort of said that what he loved and hopes that Ange goes and does in the future is the way Spurs integrated youngsters into the Europa League campaign, made the likes of Harry Kane, made these players come alive. And I think this is a perfect time for Klopp now just to go, do you know what? This Man City game is bigger than this Europa League game this week. Let's do it. Let's trust these youngsters and go out. So, look, I think I'm going to make a sort of verdict when I see that Europa League team, Cass. And if I don't know. I am on this sort of train with Liverpool at the moment that feel like they could do something against City. I really do. Even with X, Y, and Z possibly a doubt, I just think something about football and momentum. I think that's a massive thing. I believe there is a greater reason for Liverpool to try and make something happen this season. And if you can take that fire and passion against City, then I think it's good. So, yeah, but it's quality as a neutral to sort of sit back and watch the sort of how you manage. You know, for me, Villa, I aspire to be in a 4 cups. I aspire to be going all out for everything, every trophy. And managing your squad is everything. And I've got to say, fair play to Klopp. Yeah, I think he's done exceptionally well. To be fair, I wouldn't say I've heard him cry too much about it either. I wouldn't say I've heard Klopp, as of the last couple of weeks, really emphasise the fact that X, Y, and Z is missing. I think it's been more the media and social platforms that have done that. So, yeah, I think you know that's something that I've quite enjoyed not hearing Klopp whinge about. I think if it was Arteta, I think we'd be hearing a completely different tune. I think we'd be hearing excuse central, and potentially even Pep as well. So yeah, I've got to say, it's just one of them.
Deji, what's this thing about on the 12th? What bet did you make on Potts' channel?
Yeah, look, the thing is, you know, I think West Ham is as dusty as Tutankhamun's coffin, and I had a bet that I didn't see West Ham winning a game in their last 6 games. They managed to get a win against Brentford, so they offered me a double or nothing for the next 4 games, and I took the double or nothing. And bloody hell, they bloody won, so I got to pay out 100 quid. And
what West Ham?
Just keep going.
They beat Everton 3-1, didn't they?
Yeah. So I got to pay 100 quid to Lawless.
Double that
I'm
up.
out of the country next week, so when I get back the week after, I'm gonna have to pay him 100 quid, which I will do. I'll do it live on the show. I will pay him.
Did you make this? Did you make this bet with Potts or did you make this bet with Lawless?
No, this was with Lawless.
Yeah.
But to be fair, West Ham have been disgusting. But I swear Moyes has been bloody watching the show, mate. Because the way that I've made these bets and they've been digging out these wins.
Why would you make that bet when they've got a pack?
Because actually, prior to the their win against Brentford, I think Lawless actually worked out that had I done the bet a couple of weeks before, they didn't win a single game in
but that's when you don't bet about it, because you know when a team hasn't won in time, they're due to win, like Newcastle. You know, like Tottenham.
These are dusty.
You know what I mean?
I don't know, man. West Ham are dusty. I agree with Deji. I think I would have been on the same path with you as well. I wouldn't think they would have. I thought Brentford was going to beat West Ham and Everton. Or like a draw. I wouldn't have thought that, because West Ham
the dodgy game for me was the Burnley game. That was the one I was shaking about. But all other games, I expected West Ham to at least draw or lose, not to win. And
shocking.
It is what it is. I'll be making my I think if I don't do it on Wednesday, because I'm not in the country, I'll be doing it the following Wednesday for sure. I'll be paying him live on the show. And Lannister always pays their debts, so I will
Lannister. Wow.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, please smash the like button if you're hearing my voice right now. I know it's a Saturday night, and I know we haven't been as consistent. Obviously, illness and Big up Mont, by the way, for taking the reins for the time being. But yeah, man, please smash the like button. It goes a long way. Likes are very important. And I know it hasn't gone our way. This could have been a very different live. If Liverpool did drop points, I guarantee there'll be double the man in here. You know, all for monsters or Volks necks, all that kind of stuff. Enigma says, can't wait to see man tears when Arsenal win it. I need you lot to win it. I really do. You know what? You know what's funny, with this Liverpool thing? I set up my computer. I said, all right, cool. Let me go set up my computer quickly. Ready just to quickly record whatever I need to record. I said, but there's 2 minutes left. As soon as I walked into my room, all I see was Darwin Núñez scoring, and that pissed me off. I can't stand you. I can't stand you lot. Since January, basically, you lot have been holding ultimate injuries, this injury, then it's AFCON, there's another injury, then before Gravenberch is out and whatnot. Mate, you blink once, you think you think Liverpool are dropping points. You blink twice, they've scored, and like, okay, there might be a draw. You blink another 3 times, they've got another 2 goals in the back. And it's just like, this team just don't know how to lose. Honestly, they don't know how to lose at this moment of time. But I do wonder.
Arsenal's got to be surprised as well, though.
You know what it is, yeah? If Arsenal won the game like they did 1-0 this way, I guarantee the narrative would be so different. Facts. Deji will be talking reckless facts.
But bro, let's be real, because I'm not here shaking my bum for Liverpool. I'm with the one that said it's concerning. It's Specs that tried to do this kind of politician, aka barrister from the north.
It's not a politician thing, bro. It's not honest. It's just my opinion, bro.
You're trying to.
I made a valid opinion. You made a valid opinion, bro. I made a valid opinion.
I hear what you're saying, but
but it's not a politician thing. Man, I Rasta man, bedroom. Man, a blood clot politician. You see me? Man, I Rasta man.
You understand?
You've been watching that Bob Marley movie lately.
They understand. Bob Marley.
They got banged by Arsenal.
Yeah, a good team.
They played the dusty Chelsea team in the Carabao Cup final, and they just managed to nick today's game. So for me, I'd be concerned as a Liverpool fan saying we're not purring the way we should be purring. Beating Chelsea is nothing to be proud of. Nicking the victory over Nottingham.
No, this is why I have to stop.
If you want to get Chelsea in the cup final, I want to cup. You be proud, bro.
You're so salty, bro. You're so
salty.
Come on, Dej, man.
It's nothing. First and foremost, your team could never. First and foremost, your team could never be in this position, because when you lost Mickey van der Ven and Romero, this guy was crying, and this guy was crying.
Dej, you're fancy, you know, bro.
Madison, no Bissouma. This guy was in the trenches. This guy was giving off. What's your guy Scarlet? You guys are not giving Scarlet chances, and that man there not giving the youngsters chances, and this guy's raining on my parade. Move away, bro.
And Deji, if you beat Chelsea in that final, your team, your beloved Spurs, you wouldn't be saying dusty, you'd be gassed, bro. You get me? You wouldn't be saying that, bro. You wouldn't be gassed. We're not like a trophy, bro. Which is rare for teams like us.
We're not in the same boat, bro.
I know, but I'm saying it's rare. I know, bro. I'm not silly. Newcastle 1969. I know, I'm aware, bro. Let's not rub it in. You get me? But you're right. We're damn right. We're not at the same levels. But I'm saying, just very rare you win a trophy. If you beat Chelsea in that final, you will not be saying dusty, bro. You will be proud as hell.
Beating Chelsea in that final, a Carabao Cup final, I don't know which one I prefer more, that or 3 points.
Look at this guy.
Now you're being a politician, bro.
You think this
Don't be
guy's
silly, bro. You put the trophy, bro.
This is a guy that has.
No, I said you're playing mind games, bro.
This guy's telling us about 3 points.
If it was Champions League, I'd be shaking my bum violently. It would be shameless.
Your shit shouldn't be that high, bro. You're not City and them, man. You can't be talking like that.
Yeah,
if it's
this
the
guy's
Prem,
crazy.
Carabao Cup, there's no way, bro. I'll be in the stadium. I'd be in the stadium and I'd be buying a burger for my son. That would be it. Do you get me? That's about it. At half time, I'll be getting burgers at half time.
Nah, you're lying, bro. You're lying. I can't believe it.
You don't even know how
you're lying, bro.
You haven't seen your team win trophies.
You're shameless, man.
You know what?
You know what it feels like.
You know what though? Yeah, moving on from Liverpool. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about before we talk about Tottenham and that win. Like, this is the same. I think this is like I feel like I'm repeating myself all the time. Yeah, with Chelsea. There's no Chelsea rep, as I said. There's no Chelsea man about. I promise you, there's about 2 Chelsea man around today, and one's already been on the stream only about not too long ago, and whatnot. And the other one, I think young Ziad might be around as well. Other than that, there's zero that's gonna actually get people on their toes and thinking, "Are you gonna give me entertainment today?" That's a fact. Yeah, I even hollered some people that haven't even been on the channel before, and they're miraculously ill now. You know, they were up for it yesterday, but yeah, Alex. No, I mean Alex ain't here. Look, I tried to message Alex. Alex ain't really been around on socials. If Alex was here, I would invite him on. So if anyone wants to message him and he wants to reply, Alex can jump on. He's always welcome. Right, Welks? Pardon? But yeah. Anyway, sorry. Chelsea drew 2-2 today. Yeah, and I'm going to say now, all I saw was, I just saw a team that needed a striker today. I'm not even going to lie. I don't think Chelsea played bad. Jackson missed the open goal. Should have buried it. But he scored a very good header straight afterwards, right? People don't understand. Enzo was, from what I could see, was sick. Enzo was playing like Enzo, but it's the same thing. That back line of Chelsea's is a bit shaky, you know what I mean? Like, Brentford could have easily won that game. No joke. I just think, look, you know what it is, yeah? You know when a joke goes for too long and too far? That's what it looks like with Chelsea. It's like, okay, stop the joke now. It's not funny anymore. Like, what's going on? Is something actually happening? Poch is a serial bullshit manager. That guy is crap. I'm telling every single person in this chat, Poch, I don't want to hear the narrative give a manager time. This manager doesn't need time. Yeah. Because this guy does not know how to adapt in games to situations. And I promise you that. No, he's arse. No, he is arse. That team today was definitely good enough to beat Brentford. Brentford have not been good for about how long?
Time.
Honestly, all right, let me ask you lot this, yeah. If anyhow Klopp, Unai Emery, or Ange got sacked or left for some good reason, are you really taking Poch at your club? Are you taking Pochettino at your club? Be honest.
No,
so
no way.
No, because those managers are better than.
Specs, don't do that. Specs, don't do that. Don't do that, Specs.
What did Specs say?
I think Newcastle might take him.
I'm not sure. Maybe. I'm not sure. You got to remember who I am and who I support.
Great job at your club.
Huh?
He's done a great job at your club.
Every
you men have had injuries. That's why.
No, I'm saying, no, I can't say if Eddie got sacked, would I seriously want us back take him? I'm the only one that's a bit like.
With managers around in Europe, if Poch came knocking the door, you'll take him.
No, you're not. I don't think.
No, you're not.
I think
zero trophies in England.
For me.
Newcastle can attract a better manager than him, a new modern one. Aston Villa.
No, you're up to me, but I'll take him.
Bro, if Tottenham aren't taking him, if Newcastle wouldn't even take him, who the hell's taking this guy? So why is he good enough for Chelsea? So why should Chelsea fans put up with this guy? Because
who would they get instead?
Well, I think there's a lot of managers that are available apparently this summer. You know, money can get anybody, bro. Money talks. Amorim would love to come to the Premier League, yeah. Xabi Alonso's going to be available potentially, yeah. You got Nagelsmann that's probably potentially there. There's De Zerbi. There's so many Like, yeah, Corin Shaw as well, Hansi Flick. There's better managers.
Will Still. I'm shouting for Will Still.
I just think
Poch ain't it, bro.
I just think for me,
not all on Poch, man.
Obviously, I don't like Chelsea personally, and I think that they kind of. I just think they're just getting their comeuppance, bro. They thought they could buy their way to success, and it ain't working. But for me, I don't know if it's necessarily Pochettino, because how many players did he bring in over the summer? If you buy, football is a jigsaw puzzle. You need some flair players, you need some workhorses, you need some people that can be a squad player. You need the geniuses on the pitch, you need the clever ones on the pitch, and then you got to bring them all together to make a team. And what it felt like was they just bought up and coming individual talent. Lavia is a talent on his ones.
I got to disagree on that.
Talent on his ones. Enzo is a talent on their ones. But as a collective, it just doesn't work. And I don't know if that's a Poch thing, because he got rid of about 10 first teamers in the summer, and he had to get rid of them because they had a squad of 45 players, guys. When they were training, they had 3 sections. You know what I'm saying? And these are not his players. So
what do you mean not his players?
Sorry, Cass.
No, I was going to say, look, not every player is Unai Emery's player. Not every player is the manager's player, but there's some of them that are the manager's players, bro. And you got to work out. I'm not being funny. We ain't seen Lavia. We ain't seen none of it, Josh, yeah? But I'm not being funny. Do we not always say a manager needs to get the best out of the crop of players that they got? You're telling me that team that they got there is good enough for 11th. Bro, 11th.
I'm sorry as well, but Poch got appointed way before time, before the season started. That appointment for Poch was sort of done behind the scenes right in there. He had a whole pre-season as well. Like, the fact of the matter is, he took so long to build that squad and assemble it over pre-season. We played them in a US friendly, and it was Youngster FC. Youngster FC out there, and Raheem Sterling with the rest of them. And you're looking at him going, you need to get your ass in gear, mate. You are setting up for failure. Oh, but they played some liquid football in pre-season, and everyone was cooking, laughing. You see, yeah, and you see through their sort of squad and go, this ain't gonna work, Poch. For me, he came in, he wanted this whole approach of looking over and going, yes, I'm going to study every player and know who's going to do what and give everyone a chance. When you come to a big club like Chelsea, you ain't got time. You ain't got time to sit there. The club was on crisis. They need a man to come in, like a Mourinho, grab a ball by the horn and go, X, Y, Z, you are in my team. You out. Sterling, if you don't fancy him there, Mudryk, if you don't fancy him, make it be clear. But I think he's just fannied around for the last 3 or 4 months. How long has it taken him to work out his best 11? I just think when you've got a man there, and then what really pisses me off about him, to be fair, is how he's trying to get Chelsea fans to downplay their stature. He's telling Chelsea fans, we're not the same Chelsea. We need to reevaluate. How can you tell a fan base to do that when they're used to success?
How do you tell a winning fan base? Josh, quick one. How do you tell a winning fan base in a final? Yeah, I think we'll play for penalties when you're on top. And they got
let me tell you why.
He told them to have patience. He told them to have patience.
Imagine Eddie Howe said that. Imagine Eddie Howe said that, by the way, when we were drawing.
Let me tell you why, Cass. We talked about this at the beginning of the season, and I said to you, I can't remember which show it was because there's been so many, but I said, could it be that Pochettino's going to do an inside man job? I came up with it. Remember, Cass? Because I said, when we had the battle of the bridge and the level of beef between Tottenham and Chelsea, he said back in them days, I would never work with Chelsea. He said it. Then to take the job, and then people trying to say, yeah, but it's a job, rare. Levy done him dirty. And I said, nah, this guy is principled. He won't manage at Barcelona because he played for Espanyol. He's that kind of guy. So I said, could he just be going in there to sabotage the thing? Is it? And then I don't watch Chelsea because the games are so dusty, but I'm hearing that Pochettino is playing Chilwell left midfield. And I'm saying this guy clearly is mashing the thing up. He's made Gallagher the main man. He's playing.
Oh, how do you make Gallagher the main man? Look,
you know what I'm saying? I think this is
don't be harsh on Gallagher, man.
No, he's been good. He's been really good, but it's true. How do you make Gallagher? Like, don't get me wrong. I think Gallagher's been good, but his ceiling has been hit, and his ceiling is not good enough. It's squad players. It's because they don't have no legs in midfield. I don't know what it is. It goes to show Graham Potter was never a bad manager, by the way. This goes to show 100 million%. How do you identify?
But Graham Potter's football wasn't nice, though.
But you say, but that's average Pochettino's. You don't know what you're going to get with Pochettino's. One day, you got a 4-4-2 and they're playing brilliant against the City and the Villa. And then before you know it, they're slacking against a Man United and they're looking dusty against the next team that's way below their grade. That should be below their grade. Because you don't know what you're going to get, bro. Like, Potter, don't get me wrong. Potter never had a preseason. He didn't get one single player that he wanted in. They got what they identified in. The only player he wanted was Madueke.
Yeah. But the other thing I will say, and Specs is going to say I've gone soft, is let's all remember, though, bro, we can't all win the league. Do you know what I mean? You know,
but we all can't be in 11th place either, Deji.
Yeah, but you know the Prem is tough, man. I was saying this about Arteta the other day.
Hey, by the way,
can you make excuses?
This is what you call a Tottenham fan. This is what you call lowering the bar.
Is it not tough though?
No, the league is tough though. The league is tough though. I'll give you that.
Chelsea, that shouldn't be there. I tell you now, for my landscape, I was backing Chelsea before this season. I thought, okay, give Poch time, he'll implement his team and stuff like that. I thought I'll give him a oblige, yeah. But when did you say about the inside job and I saw certain things that were happening, yeah. And Chelsea fans had a lot of smoke for the play like Enzo Fernandez talking about like he's one of the best midfielders. You remember that Chelsea when we played Liverpool? And when Chelsea played Liverpool, and the Chelsea fans were like, look at Enzo in midfield, Caicedo, all of this, and they laughed about us getting Caicedo and Lavia off us. What cool. But you see, yeah, Chelsea lost their identity of football under Abramovich. Josh spoke about how under Mourinho they couldn't do that. If you didn't win a certain amount, you get sacked. But I was under what's he the owner, Abramovich. See this Todd Bowley, he's a yes man. He goes on Twitter. That Madueke one was just because I bet you because someone said, "Oh, Chelsea should go for Madueke." Todd Bowley said yes.
Ex-Chelsea
that one.
English. Yeah.
Then let me just slap the money. And Pochettino now, for example, as well. He has not proved anything. I don't know why Chelsea got someone like a Pochettino when he has not proved anything in this modern day game as well, especially at Tottenham. And where else did he go? Wait, he didn't do nothing at Tottenham. Where he got you to a Champions League final. Yes,
Champions getting Tottenham.
And he made a horrible decision by playing Harry Kane as well. By the way, a horrible decision when he wasn't fit.
It just doesn't suit Chelsea, and you can't tell me that if you saw Pochettino and Chelsea, it seemed like a marriage relationship. You'll just be like, oh, that really ain't it. Yes, he tried to do little something in preseason. I can't lie, my bro, that was preseason. And when it come to preseason, everyone thought that he was going to change to a back four. But then with the first game, he played a back three. He played Maxson in left wing. Do you know what I mean? Colwell on a left left wing back. He's not a left wing back. He's a left center.
Can I just say something though? Would your tune be different if, because you know Bob makes a good point. He said Poch made Spurs stable top four side. If he got Chelsea in the top four next season, would you change your tune on Pochettino?
Why would you wait next season? He should be sacked.
Why
would you
expect any manager to just come in and do it straight away?
Reggie, you're kind of contradicting yourself a little bit. Did you not say that the Premier League is tough? So if we're talking about a Pochettino, when was the last? What year did he get sacked at Tottenham? By the way,
I think 2019, isn't it? Was it just after the Champions League final?
2019. Yeah. Compare the teams of 2019 to the teams of now of 2024. Yeah, Villa are good, are a good outfit. Brighton have a style and a good outfit. Yeah, Bournemouth got a style and they look like a decent outfit for Bournemouth. That top four stable side is not the difference. This side, you got to be a cut above the rest. You got to literally earn your money, mate. Because guess what? There's good managers and there's good, what's it called? There's good players now as well. Red Devil TV says, a mad respect to the panel. Don't know how old you are, but I've seen us bully the world. To those Cup fans, I think he meant City fans, who try shitting on us. Try for your stadium first. And then he says, press the likes, people, as well. I don't know what we're on, 133. Please raise the likes as well. You man are slacking, which is 100% in my opinion. So if you hear my voice and you're hearing this back or you're hearing it now, big up everyone that has done so. But if you haven't done so, you know how quick it is. It's
so Deji, are you giving Poch another season if they don't finish in the top 10?
Bro, it was a disaster last year, bro.
Are you actually going to go? This manager's got a project. This manager's got a vision, this style of play.
On a level, I just feel like certain teams, sometimes you just have to just know where you are. You remember there's been a lot of turmoil back end, Bowley's come in. I think the season is like a free hit. The first season's a free hit. If Chelsea are 10th, second season, even if they're not in the top 6 in the second season, then we can be talking about him out. But first season should always be a free hit for any manager.
Why should it be a free hit?
Unless you're in the relegation dog.
Chelsea fans don't have that, but I agree, bro. Maybe because it's a bit of a smaller club mentality, but I agree, bro. There's been madness going on. Bowley's got part to play as well.
Let me raise the standard here then, yeah? By the way, Bayern Munich, yeah, whenever they finish second, or when they are looking a bit dusty, yeah, they start questioning the manager. Last time I checked, Chelsea have won the Champions League just as much times as Bayern Munich in the last 20 years, I think. Twice, maybe even more. No, last time I checked, Chelsea won a major amount of trophies, even with dusty teams, like in the last 5 years. So if a team like, if we talk about Chelsea, we talk about a giant team at this moment of time, like a great team that wins major honors. So if a team like Real Madrid would get rid of a manager because they finished even third, if Bayern Munich will question Tuchel, who they want out at the end of the season because they look like they're not going to catch Bayer Leverkusen, why should Chelsea accept a free hit season of finishing 11th again, near enough, or 10th? They might not even finish 10th. They might even get 8th. But even that's a disaster. You spend
the money as well.
How much more money do you need to spend to put yourself into a top 4 conversation, let alone a top 2 conversation?
Yeah, but he didn't. But Pochettino didn't spend the bill, did he?
Why did he not spend it? Why
he didn't spend the billion. Most of that money was spent before he arrived. No,
but forget the money. Could Poch get a tune out of these players? You're telling me that Pochettino could not get a tune out? These are good players. I'm not crashing on these players at all. These men are good players. But you're telling me Poch can't at least identify a start of play with these talented players. Not to say to get top 4, not to say to get at least be in the 8th round, like your Aston Villas, like your Tottenhams. Couldn't you tell me that Pochettino can't identify with these sort of players? At least, whether or not these are how his players or not, whether or not he spent the money or not. But Bowley said these are the players that you have. Find something.
Oh yeah, and let's not talk about how he's trying to copy Unai Emery's tactics. By the way.
Yeah, and can I just talk about his summer transfers? Moises Caicedo, 115 mil. Romeo Lavia, 58 mil. And Cuckoo, 53 mil. Cole Palmer, 40 mil. Disasi, 38 mil. Nicholas Jackson, 32 mil. Robert Sanchez, 20 mil. Like, he's spending his money. He's gone in and gone, I wish Villa could spend close to 300 mil.
Yeah, but Josh, I mean, you're not Josh, I think that's the board. There's a difference here now. That's your board. Yeah, but like I said, if you're on a touchline, the ball can't tell these players to play football. So in a training, you should get your tactics or identity. That's what Man United call out for Eric Ten Hag. You spent money on these players, but yet you can't. The football is dire. The football is crap. And you're telling me these players are talented. Casemiro can still play football in this modern age. Rafael Varane can still play football. So with Chelsea, different to Man United, when you've got Enzo Fernandez that's won the World Cup as well, you've got Moises Caicedo as well that done really well in Brighton and stuff. Because it's not like these players are crap. That's why I question Poch at all. And then yes, you go great. You think to yourself, okay, this is a manager that played for penalties against a team against kids. Okay, no, I wouldn't say kids. I want to scrap that because it's not really kids. Depleted Liverpool team. You must think to yourself, what are you really doing? Like, come on. And don't get me wrong, players should take accountability as well.
You don't think you can get it right over the top? Sorry, like you don't think. Obviously, like I said, Chelsea fans are not going to have it. As Cass said, they're used to winning. They're not having they're not having a small mentality like the lower clubs. But I just feel like what you're trying to tell me, just like you've been chopping and changing. Yes, under Abramovich, that's what you did. Chop, and it works. Different things, different regime. For me, the actual culture of Chelsea has been ripped out. Anyway, down for the Brownsman, down from checking all that.
Look at the academy. Biggest thing. Rufus looks a cheek. Pick up Tomori.
Poch has got to get it right, bro. You're another summer.
Poch has got to get it right, but let's be real.
He's got to get it right.
That's made a point just now. And look, the top half of the table, in my opinion, is kind of congested right now,
and it's still tight.
It's tight. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's easier said than done. Some people were saying, if Arteta, sorry, not to shift it, but if Arteta doesn't finish at least second, it's a poor season for Arsenal. How? How can that be?
I'm
know
not
what I
being.
mean?
I think
Against Liverpool, Man
Chelsea,
City, how can that be?
the thing is, though,
I agree.
Chelsea have got a nice run. They drew to Brentford today. Don't get me wrong, and I expected them to actually beat Brentford. I'm not gonna lie, because I think bar the final, I think they were quite good, right? Like they haven't been terrible. So let's not get one result out of the bag. They've got Newcastle next, which is going to be tough. Trust me, especially if a Newcastle is more fit. It's going to be hard. Chelsea
mid-table battle. Sorry,
got to play Tottenham. Got to play Arsenal, which is postponed at this moment of time, apparently. Yeah. You got to play Man United still. And a lot of these games are at Chelsea as well, other than Arsenal, because they got to play Newcastle, Tottenham, Man United at Chelsea.
Yeah.
Then you got to play Everton, and you got to go Brighton away, and Aston Villa away, and a West Ham in a derby. I'm not being funny, but I'm not. I look at that, and if I'm a Chelsea fan, I'm not confident I'm going to get more than 20 points out of that.
Facts.
Let alone 15. It's like you don't know what you're going to get with Chelsea in a day, and that's the issue. And that comes down to the manager of what you do on a training pitch. What are you doing? What are you setting up these players? Because at the end of the day, it's called adapting to a situation. And what Poch, I think a lot of Chelsea fans don't like with Poch, is in-game management sucks. It's arse and cheeks, bro.
I hear that.
It's diarrhea all over it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Facts.
I hear that part.
Facts. And the last one with me, I'm sick of seeing is where people go, "Oh, they're not Pochettino's players; they're the board's players." Well, grow a backbone, grow a spine. You either start implement yourself as a top manager. Because I'm telling you now, the top managers of this day and age don't go into football clubs and get told who they can and can't buy. You go in and you say, "I'm the gaffer. Give me the keys. I'll build a team. You provide me the money. You do that off the pitch. I'll do this on the pitch." And I think Poch has gone in. He's the Argentinian Southgate. That's what I'm seeing him as. I'm going to leave it as that. He's the Argentinian.
I think when Poch came in, Bowley told Poch what time it is. That's what I felt.
Yeah, but
I really felt that.
They had a manager like Tuchel. They sacked Tuchel.
And put the piece.
Because when Bowley, I already know this team was a joke, man. When Bowley apparently wanted Cristiano Ronaldo, Tuchel said no. And then what happened to Tuchel? Man got sacked.
And he went others as well.
He went left.
But can I just be real, man? Let's be real. We are happy to see Chelsea in the mud.
100%.
That's the truth. So let's not be helping them too tough, because I can see Pochettino and his backroom staff are taking down notes from the comments we've made today. I ain't trying to give them any more notes to help that Chelsea team.
You know what we've done, though? You know what we've done, though, Deji?
Let them stay there.
You know what we've done, though? Has no one noticed this? Please, in the comments as well, please jump in. I'm literally reading what you have to say, right? We've done this thing where we've lowered the bar so much that we go soft on Chelsea. Yeah. And that's the issue, is the fact that they don't get the slander that they probably deserve. Because if this was any other team, like an Arsenal especially, or Man United, let alone whatever, we would be on them like a rash. No pseudo-creme, rash. Absolutely, it's just annoying. It's there. There's nothing to heal it. But because it's Chelsea, we lowered the bar so much. It's like, give them another season. Any other top teams, that's a sacking, mate.
Yeah, but really and truly, but they're mid though. Name me a world-class player at Chelsea. All the players are mid. Name me a world-class player at Chelsea. Name me a world-class player.
Enjoy the limelight, Josh. Enjoy the limelight.
Name me a world-class player at Aston
Chelsea.
Villa. Name me a world-class player at Aston Villa.
Douglas Luiz.
He's not world class.
Yeah.
What's he done to be world class? Not world class.
Are we moving the goal? So okay, clearly. So what does world class define then? What are we defining?
How many? We always have this conversation. Yeah. How many world class players are there at Arsenal?
Oof.
So yet they're sitting pretty and playing good football.
Don't start counting, Welcome. Don't start counting. There's nothing to count.
Declan Rice.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's rare for world-class players these days. It's rare, man. You can't use it so easily.
The only teams that have got world-class players in it is Liverpool and at this moment in time and Manchester City. Maybe you can have a debate about other ones, because guess what? They've done it on the stage.
Spurs have one world-class player.
Who?
Son.
No, he's not. He's a purple patch merchant.
No, he's a world class.
He's not world class. What's he done to be? Look, don't get me wrong.
So you're defining world class as doing it on the big stage. So if you've done it on big stage, you're defining that as world class.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about a tournament like a World Cup, because then we're going to have to talk about the whole Ottoman's world class. Then, but
then we're going to have to say that McAllister and Enzo are world class.
Exactly, but I think they're just very good players that have world class qualities that can go there. But I'm waiting yet to see it on the world class stage, which on a regular. I ain't seen Son do it on a regular, so I'm not calling him world class.
Son's
Does he have world
been banging goals on a
He's
regular.
not world- he's not world-
No, I can't lie. I'm
class,
putting Son there. If you look at his Tottenham
on,
career,
bro.
as much forget the trophies for Son, you can put Son there. He is class. You can say
What did he
he's
do?
world
He
class.
was world class last season, wasn't he? But we're gonna forget about that conversation.
Yeah, but like, listen,
That's all
Salah
about
has
that
dips and
world-class
bombs and
players.
stuff like that, but he's still
You know what? I look at the era of where I'm from, which you're from also, yeah, well, and all of us
Yeah.
are pretty much in that age bracket.
But
Yeah.
we've moved
Me,
there.
my world
Football's
class
changed like that.
bracket is different to maybe your world
Yeah,
class
but
bracket.
football's
I don't.
changed class like that. It's not
I
like
don't.
it's not-
What's your world class, Cass?
It's rare world-class players these days,
My
bro.
world class.
For being in it.
If you're gonna call someone world class, it's because you're doing it on the stage consistently. So I look at Rodri. That's a world class DM. You know what I mean? That's a world class. I look at what's it called? Haaland. That's a world class finisher. He's world class. Yes, he is. He's ridiculous. He's the best number 9 in the whole world.
Fine if he was a bit mid, but yeah, we could call him world class.
Yeah. But so what? The
Wait,
KDB. By that logic, then.
Come on,
By that logic,
does not bang like that. Don't
so
do
you're
that.
telling me Alan Shearer was never world class?
He was world class.
But that's a
What
different
did he do
era.
with
that's debatable. I think he's world class, obviously, but people laugh and say no. Man, they
Based
say
on
he's
that
not world
logic,
class.
can I just say,
For
For me,
why is logic KDB because he went missing in final? He's not world class then because you know what? He ain't.
Nah, KDB's world class, bro.
no, KDB's world class. You can see with your eyes he's world class.
Stop it then. You don't because it's aesthetically Haaland's not great doesn't mean he's not world class. Bro.
So you say,
Even-
bro, Haaland's
even
not world class.
And Ronaldinho's and Ronaldo's, we are not in those era of football now. Football
even
has
Hazard
changed.
was world
So the
class.
world class has
Salah,
changed.
world
So you'll
class.
put the likes of
Van
Even
Dijk,
Ronaldo,
Hazard,
class.
even Hazard was world class.
Right.
Yes, he was. Harry Kane is world class, even though he ain't
Yes,
won
Harry
nothing.
Kane
He's
is
got
world
world
class.
class. He's got world class ability because he's
Josh,
got.
let me give you one who was world class
You
for you,
just said
mate.
it's about doing it on a big stage, and now you're saying
Josh,
it's
can I
about
give you
ability.
No,
So
because he's
Peter
got world class.
Beardsley was world class
He
for
can do
Villa.
things that other people can't do.
What do you mean?
Because
Peter
overall,
Beardsley.
as a package as a 9, Kane is a batsman.
You know what he's saying, well.
For years, he's just finished his team.
Usherman a world class.
Huh? No,
Is
he's not.
Usherman world class?
No.
Victor Usherman.
Who?
No. He scored
What's he
24
meant?
goals. He scored like 24 goals in flipping
I'm not
the
sure he's
French
world class.
league.
He's not
What's he
world class.
done?
I'm not
What's
sure.
that- What has he done?
Based on ability, he has world class abilities. Usherman has world class
Yeah.
ability.
He
and
has
won
world class.
the Premier
I
League last
think he
season.
could be a world
And
class.
she said about we're doing it on big stage. So has Usherman. So what are you saying? That is he not world class?
No, he's not world class. He ain't done nothing. What's he done?
Some people,
Has he ever scored 30 plus goals in a season? No. Anyways,
some people say he can't
sorry,
be
in
world
Italian
class
league, no,
unless you
I
win a
didn't say it.
trophy.
Dwight
You don't
York was world class.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Josh. Some people say that you don't.
Kind of.
Josh, I've given you two today.
Dwight
Josh,
York,
you
yeah.
acknowledge me.
Dwight
mate.
York
I've
was
given
in a
you
world-class
Beardsley and
partnership.
Dwight York.
You
I
know,
just
he
want
was
to
a
drop that
world-class
bomb in.
partnership.
Can Harry Kane ever be world class if he doesn't win a trophy?
Yes, you can.
I think you can, man. I don't like that narrative, man. Sometimes it's like
Anyways,
No, I
let's
don't
move-
like it
let's move on-
either.
let's
I
move on to
hate it.
Tottenham. Let's move
I
on
hate
to
that, man. You got with the
Let's
trophy. Oh man.
Tottenham. You struggled against
I
Palace.
agree with Motto Sir Ali. Kane starts for any team in the world.
Yeah, that's fine.
He's right. And
Yeah,
also, I would go as far as to say with Kane, had he been in the Man City team last season, he would have bagged 50 goals.
Yeah.
No, he
Yeah,
wouldn't have.
As Kane,
He would have done
as
less.
Kane and Son are world class, why have they not won anything when they're at Spurs?
What are you
He's
talking
talking about
about?
shit.
Josh, what are you doing? What are you doing, Josh?
Hey, Josh, I like you.
Josh,
Hey, that's
this
just
little 5
have you
minutes
got a
of
world
fame.
class front line?
This little 5 minutes of fame that you're doing, mate. I'm on to you. You know what I mean? I'm on
Oh,
to you.
Funny enough, you say that. You two are battling out for like fourth place. Aston Villa won today, just about. And you know what? Tottenham, you came from behind as well, like to win 3-1. Finally, you had like a good 30, 40 minutes. I'll say the first half, from what I could see, Deji, you lot were cheeks, yeah. Like you weren't moving, but then again, I feel like the players are finally together, finally on the pitch as an 11. You was missing. Who was you really missing? If we're being totally honest, not really anyone else.
We were missing
Ah,
Richarlison.
Don't do that.
Nah,
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
What?
And Mons will cry.
If you were missing your boy, you'd mention
What do you mean?
it.
I've missed the boys all season.
Your Hoy, is it your Hoy? What's his name?
Yeah,
Hoyland.
missing Hoyland,
That's
missing Martinez, but it don't matter because guess what? Our team overall is still shit, and our manager is even more dog shit.
So, can I just contextualize what you were saying, Cass?
Oh yeah, by the way, you said
what I would like to say though is
Go on.
the fact that Cass speaks about my club in the way that he does shows why Postecoglou deserved the London's Manager of the Year.
No, we didn't. Oh, don't get me started on that. Oh, bro.
We can talk
let's not go there, bro. Please.
We talk about that shortly. Look, I'm not going to lie. Spurs, we were dusty in that first half. But to be fair, we've been dusty in most first half. I think Tottenham's probably amassed the most points from a losing position.
I think,
and then gone on to get maximum points. I think we've done that. So
Yeah,
it's a thing for Spurs where we start slow and we finish strong. The other thing is I'm not too convinced with how we set up. Like Timo Werner doesn't want anyone to come near him on the pitch. So it's almost like we're playing with 10 men. It's a waste of time. Kulusevski has been off form. I think playing Kulusevski on the right doesn't work anymore. I think he's a better number 10, and I think Postecoglou has to be brave in that.
I can't wait.
And then Bentancur and Basuma just doesn't work. So until he sorts all of that mess out, it is going to be ropey. But what we are doing is we are doing a Liverpool, which is that it might not be pretty, but we will get it over the line.
I mean, they got
free range. How is he allowed to do free range?
That is a marker of a good team.
I mean, world, yeah.
No.
You have not won anything.
What are you talking
He's
about?
talking about today. He's talking about today, Wilkes. When he's talking about today, he's not going to.
Generally, I don't care about your wins. I've said to Deji before, me and Deji is personal now. I've said to you, Deji, I don't care if you win. I don't care if you play pretty football. Just win a trophy. Then you can have our conversations. We only start doing top 6 because they start rating your club. But your club is dusty.
How can you say that about my club?
If he's going off today, he's kind of right. You like Liverpool quite dusty in the first half. They might concede, but guess what? They come back and they won 3-1. What do you usually win 3-1?
So we did
a Liverpool. We started off dusty, but we got it over the line.
Just let me know. We're just talking about today.
But also, why I said we need to contextualize things is you guys, you've been so moved and impressed by my club this season that you've forgotten that Postecoglou ain't even been there 9 months.
Oh,
how's he won the award?
Let those apples settle down.
So
that's the truth. So for me,
he'll get caught out soon, though. He's got no plan B. He'll get caught out soon, but it's all good.
I think he's already getting sussed out.
I think it's respectable that
people sit back,
and we're breathing down the neck of Aston Villa and we're breathing down the neck on Arsenal. I think it's respectable.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
You're just, don't do that.
You're not.
Don't do that. Still.
You're not breathing down.
You're trolling, you know, bro. Man said breathe down the neck of Arsenal.
Deji, in January,
let me tell you one thing that I'm going to share with Cass real quick. And everyone in the chat.
By the way, I'll hold my hands up here and say this quickly. Yeah, I even said, I think where Tottenham are going with all their players coming back, I thought he's going to finish above Arsenal. How fucking dare
my guy? You're my guy.
No. I said that on January. I said that January the 5th when Arsenal before they made Palace. I said Tottenham will end up finishing above Arsenal.
Don't cash out.
How? No, I cashed out. Have you not seen my video?
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why you shouldn't cash out.
You know why I should?
Arsenal
beat that Palace team 5-0, by the way, and you struggled.
Bro.
Let me tell
you why you shouldn't cash out on that. The reason why you shouldn't cash out is that Arsenal always deliver. Always deliver. Now, 2 seasons ago, I predicted they would lose to Crystal Palace, Brighton, and Southampton.
You predicted you were going to win a Champions League,
Then last season, the last 7 games, they flopped. Arsenal are yet to do what they do, which is they're going to lose 3 games in a row. And then you are going to be right, my brother. You are going to be right. So don't just cash out just yet. I don't know which. The only thing I can't tell you this season,
the Spurs impact the
ball. He
forgets about that. They go on a roll and then it just all crumbling down.
You do realise, can I say this again? Can I say, Deji, by the way, your game in hand, by the way, so they play on Monday. Look, so Arsenal have played 26 games and you play 26 games. They play Sheffield United on Monday. Your game in hand is Chelsea away, my brother.
Yeah,
that could easily be
Chelsea away is light work. We just talked about it. That's light work.
When was the last time you beat them? All right, when's the last time you beat them?
We'll bang them.
You drew 2-2 last season.
Bang them.
You're so focused on
that
Arsenal.
one is 3 points. Let me tell you. Remember,
Wait, you
Arsenal.
say you're winning against Chelsea? Yeah.
That one there. Let me tell you this. When we do the show, when Tottenham beat Chelsea, I won't even mention it. Dej, how was it when you not beat Chelsea? I'm just gonna tell you it's aight. That's it. All you know is aight. It was aight. We move on. Remember, Arsenal are gonna come to White Hart Lane. They're coming to our gaff.
Yeah.
3 point Spurs.
But they smoked you at your gaff though. Arsenal has smoked you at their gaff.
Arsenal will lose to City at the Etihad. That's already 6 points, my brother. So what are you talking about? It's
guaranteed, yeah.
Deji, I don't believe. You know what it is, Deji? Yeah.
For me, Deji.
You know what it is. You know what it is, people. Yeah, Deji. Whatever you say, I just don't believe you,
bro. You don't. You know the beauty about what we do here is we just have to wait to see it unfold. Arsenal never fail to disappoint. They will drop 9 points before the end of the season.
Yeah, but so what are you saying is Spurs will finish above Arsenal then? Guaranteed.
I still think it's possible.
Bro. No, it's a guaranteed. You're
guaranteed, but it's very possible.
By the way, let me tell people. Yeah, Tottenham have got you talk about 9 points. Yeah, what about your 9 points? You've got Chelsea away. You've got Aston Villa next week away. You've got Fulham away. You've got West Ham away. You've got Newcastle.
Who's that lighty? Who's that lighty?
Wait, what's that? Let me restart this for people. Yeah, I need people to understand this. Yeah, you've got Chelsea away. You've got Aston Villa away. You've got Fulham away. You've got West Ham away. Yeah, you've got Man City at home at business end of the season, and you've got Newcastle away. You've got Arsenal at home, but you've got Liverpool at Anfield, and you've got Liverpool away.
Yeah.
There's only one game that is dodgy in what you just read out.
Which one?
Spurs at Anfield.
That's the only dodgy game.
That's the only dodgy one for me.
You know what?
Do you know what, Deji? Do you know what, Deji?
Respect the team, bro.
I'm gonna you convince me. Do you know what, Deji? I'm back in Tottenham all the way. You're gonna beat Arsenal, you're gonna beat City, and you're gonna beat Chelsea.
But you said that. You said this. Why are you talking?
By the way,
I don't like your tone. I don't like your tone.
I am convinced. I
don't like your tone.
By the way, if they do that, they actually win the league. By the way, if they beat Man City, Liverpool,
shit!
Man City, Liverpool play each other. They won. According to Deji, they won the league. Then they won the league.
That's your league.
I don't like Welcome's tone.
I don't like your tone.
You play the different league. You don't play the Prem. You play Deji's league. Deji's league is beating Arsenal, finishing above Arsenal. That's your league. I'm with you. I will live your trophy.
I will
live your trophy.
Guys, can you give me 30 seconds? Is that all right? Can I just get 30 seconds with Welcome?
Give him 2 minutes. Go on.
Bro, apart from last season, Tottenham been slapping up Arsenal at our gaff pretty much every year. Remember that. Man City, since we've moved into the new stadium, are yet to score a goal, my G.
Yeah, they scored at your stadium.
They scored in the FA Cup. Okay. Have they scored in the Prem?
Okay,
Have they scored in the Prem? And you already know my views about the FA Cup. Light work. All right. So who's next?
But then by that logic, sorry, you've had your 30 seconds. By that logic, you've beat Chelsea once in the last 34 years at Stamford Bridge. So
yeah, but they're dusty this season. True or false?
Yeah, they're dusty.
But Spurs one away win. Spurs 1 away win in 5. 1 away win in 5. You've got Villa, Fulham, and West Ham away, and you're coming here going, 9 points. 1 away win in 5.
James Madison.
1 away win in 5.
Let me tell you,
Josh. World class. I'm with
you. Some respect, Deji, man. Have some respect.
Let me deal with Josh, because you see this 5 minutes of fame is taking too long. So let me just deal with you right now.
That last season for me.
When you came to the Tottenham Stadium, we slapped you up, but you were fortunate to come away with a win. Now we're gonna have our full 11. Poro's back, your doggy's back. There is nothing that your team can do against Tottenham's strongest 11, and that's why we will slap you next week.
Come on,
slap you next week at your game.
You
don't go hiding.
Don't go hiding.
So light work. Who's that lighty? With Aston
1 away win in 5. 1 away win in 5.
Who's going to be 2?
1 away win in 5.
Who's that lighty with Aston Villa next week? I can't wait.
I'm supporting Deji all the way. Tottenham all the way.
Welcome.
I'm with you, Tottenham.
We're due to slap you up at Anfield, but I can't guarantee it.
You guarantee it. This guy has no faith in his club. How can I have more faith in your club? I just said I'm on board with you. And you have no faith in your club. Your club, my club.
Wait, 1 sec. I'm checking the last time Tottenham. Oh my! This is.
It's just.
Oh my god! The last time, look, don't get me wrong. So the last Tottenham beat Liverpool this year due to a dodgy result. Yeah, so let's bar that away. Yeah, dodgy decision. The last time you actually beat them at your own gaff was 7 years ago. 7 years ago at Tottenham. No, bro, no, I'm not lying to you right now. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know it's long. That's why I said that's the only dodgy game.
You haven't beaten Liverpool at Anfield since 2011.
But bro, that's why I said that's in that list you read out. I said the one I'm shook of, to be honest, is Liverpool.
But so you can see I'm not trying to beat Fulham and West Ham. Worry about beating Fulham and West Ham first.
Those teams is who's that lighty? Who's that lighty? Who's that lighty? Who's that lighty?
Why did you say lighty? Because what is Aston Villa full of lighties or something?
Light work. It's saying light work, isn't it? That's what he means. That's bad.
You celebrate that top London manager trophy. Go beat those London clubs.
You didn't say it was because Aston Villa are lighty or something.
When you think about it, you got Konza, you got Douglas Luiz, Kamara, Watkins, Diogo Carlos, Ramsey. What I said, Watkins.
Okay.
Oh, they're all light skin, brother. Like they're all it's light skin FC over there. It's basically Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
Deji,
I'm with you, man. I'm actually with you.
Straight.
I'm supporting.
I can't believe you said it straight.
You've convinced me, man. I'm actually with you. I don't know why I was in the opposition.
And if you don't believe me,
I've seen the light.
But you know, and just so you know, people will say, "Oh, Dej, where you getting?" I'm getting my chest from my manager. They asked Postecoglou. They said, "Are you trying to get top 4?" He said, "We're going for something else, mate. We're not out of the other title, mate."
Yes,
he said it. We're not out of it, mate.
No, wait.
We're not going for top 4. We're going for 6.
What are you waiting for?
Why are you stuttering, my bro?
Don't
be stuttering on here.
No. I just want you to be clear.
It's
what
all
competitions
open.
are you in still? That you're going to win?
Until we're mathematically not involved, we're involved.
I'm not being funny, but I'm not being funny. You're facing Aston Villa. Aston Villa got a good win against Luton Town, yeah, by the way, where a lot of teams struggle and they might get a result, maybe last minute, like some. Right, Josh? Right, Deji, dodgy decision. But yeah, look, they got over the line. They had their blip in December against Man United and Chelsea. Since then, they've been in goal scoring form away from home as well. And I'm not being funny. I think they'll be gearing up to play you lot because if they beat you lot, yeah, they'll be 8 points clear of you lot. Josh, last time I checked, Deji said that you are due to fall off about a month ago.
It can't be Spurs.
What are you thinking about that? What are you thinking?
I mean, it's great, really, because you know we're now relying on great people like Pep Guardiola to keep reminding people that Aston Villa are still around. I don't know if you've seen this clip, but a journalist said to Pep, he said, "Pep, you're due to play Man U, Liverpool, Arsenal." Completely missed that, and he went and Aston Villa. Had to remind the journalist that Aston Villa are a top 4 side. Oh, and to remind the journalist as well that Aston Villa are the side that beat City since October, the only side to do that in the Premier League. So the fact that people want us to fall off. The likes of Deji's and Jimmy Spliff, these Chelsea and Spurs fans cannot stand the fact we're there because they know we're not here for 5 minutes. We're here to stay for a lot longer. And look, because you've got your FFP not shackles like we do, like Newcastle and I, you know, we still have to fight this, and you can splash your cash how you want. It's the only thing that's going to get you. But look, at the end of the day,
you said you're going to get the Ducks points.
No, we just can't spend money. We just can't spend money unless we sell assets.
Anyway.
And that's the problem is that we can't. And people don't realise that essentially the FFP was designed for the top 6. And
thank you. Say that again, bro.
It's designed so that
don't go like you spent money, Josh.
It's a trick. It's a trick, bro. It's a trick.
Mate,
it's supposed to help the lower teams.
It's not a stadium, and he spent money.
The only way that we can compete with FFP and the likes of you, Bibble, is that we need to expand our stadium, like Newcastle have been told they need to do, but we have to increase that revenue on match day, which we cannot match with the top 6. It's about profit and loss. It's about ratios. It's not about how rich your owners
all right.
are.
Love that.
You
know your shit, bro.
I've got to stand up for this because
Yeah.
there's people like Spurs who just stand there shamelessly, don't win trophies, and still know that they can laugh because they know that you can spend whatever money you want and you don't have to break sweat. And us at Newcastle, we've got to get elite managers. We've got to be consistent. We've got to
fight for this, fight for this.
Yeah.
You're
we might have
clearly
to sell
holding
Dougie
yourself.
Luiz.
You're holding a figure of yourself right now.
Can I just quickly respond
It's
to
true what you're saying, though, bro.
Stop hating. Because guess what?
I'm not hating, bro.
Wait. Even without
corrupted, bro.
No, but even without FFP, don't get me wrong. I
It's
think
business.
bits, but then we'd blitz you all out. Liverpool might suffer a little bit, but everybody else will be fine still. We make money, bro. Like, it's not even a point. Josh just conceded bottle. Why I say he just conceded bottle, is because he said, no, we're here to stay. But he's moaning about how much money he can spend. When you spend money anyways, you've got a good squad. So
as long as Unai Emery's here, as long as Unai Emery is our manager, we're here to stay. We will win a trophy quicker than Manchester United and Spurs.
We
will
win. Yeah. You were doing well, and then you made
Conference League, we're winning it this summer.
We will win that. Can I say this?
We're still in the FA Cup, mate.
Josh, I saw you starting to shake your bum when you talked about that Pep thing. You were starting to smile.
Yeah.
Let me tell you that Jurgen Klopp actually said last week that he thought Chelsea were the favourites. It's called mind games, mate. Pep doesn't mean it. He never meant it, bro. He's just playing with you, my bro.
Yeah.
You guys are doing well.
Pep's a big lie. He's like Arteta. They like to lie, man.
Why is Pep's bringing us in the conversation? We don't play him until in a month's time, right? Because he's putting respect on us. Because I'll say it again, people like Deji, like Jimmy come and go, you'll have your moment, get into it, enjoy the spotlight, right? Here it is, right? Here is the moment. You hate us being there because you're scared. You're scared of what we can do, what Newcastle can do. I'm annoyed at Brighton. I'm annoyed at Brighton for not sustaining what they did last season. I am actually annoyed at them that they keep flopping because I
want Newcastle. They sustained it either.
But we'll be back. Don't worry, we got our players back. We'll be back, bro. We ain't going nowhere.
When Newcastle get an elite manager, and I'm talking top tier, trophy winning.
That's not happening. Guess what's happened? The new assistant manager is Eddie Howe's brother. You know, there's a powerhouse going over there, and we just need Dan Ashworth.
Bro, so we've been linked with Nagelsmann. We'll see anyway, bro. I like it, bro.
The only money they can spend is the 12 million they're going to get in compensation from Dan Ashworth. That's their money for the season.
Nah, I say 20 mil.
Spurs, listen, it's us v Spurs. I did think United. I thought we gave United a chance to be back in the race, and then Fulham, Obi-Wan Kenobi just helped us out by scoring that goal. And that was massive for us. But the fact that we'd beaten Fulham the week before, and they'd done that to United, I think it is between us and Spurs. The one thing, and again, it just pisses me off, is that Spurs today, they had a massive break between playing their last game where they lost the Wolves to then actually turning up and playing Palace today because the game was cancelled because of the Carabao Cup. So Spurs had to come out and win. We've now we again have played Luton in a really tough game. A lot of it was our fault. In the second half, we capitulated in the second half. We sat too deep. We are shocking at defending set pieces. But we got to go to Amsterdam. We got to go play Ajax in a massive tie. I mean, Villa versus Ajax is bigger than some of the Europa League draws. Like that's facts. When you put these two teams on paper, we got to go there. Again, it's a very tough decision for Unai Emery. Again, how does he lay out his team with Thursday and Spurs at 1 o'clock?
Don't let Jordan Henderson dunk on you. Don't let Jordan Henderson dunk on you.
You want to be part of big boys. This is what you got to figure out, mate.
Well, exactly. And I think, for me, it will look horrendous for Spurs if we do them over at Villa Park, which I think we will, after us having to play in Europe, play a top team in Ajax, and then Spurs, as Deji keeps telling me, easy, light work, coming to Villa Park. If you don't win, Deji, if you don't win after us playing against Ajax,
my guy,
I want to hear your tune. I want to hear your tune of why. All right? Because you may have said that you smacked us off the park against Spurs.
You did, though.
This is the
Just
difference.
Be honest.
3 points, top
be
4.
Honest.
That's all we care about. Huh?
be honest though. You were outplayed by Spurs. True or false? Just be honest. I just need you to be honest, Josh. That's it. I know you got the 3 points, but you were outplayed. True or false?
Yeah, but it don't matter. You didn't get 3 points.
Doesn't matter. I want him to just be honest. Were you outplayed?
We played our tactic.
No,
and
Josh,
I'm thought you of that highlight.
Josh,
Yeah, you're crying about Bentancur and Matty Castiel probably as Spurs fans.
Now, for you failing to answer this question, this is personal. You are coming off this show by the end of March. You are coming off this show by the end of
I mean,
is it the same time? Is it the same time when you overtake Arsenal? Is this when you overtake Arsenal?
There's a 9-day break, innit? You do know that, innit? International break.
Is there?
Yeah, you might have to make that.
First week of bloody April, then I don't give a damn. He's coming off.
Listen, the man who's just told me double down on West Ham and lost. I'm really shaking my butt here and scared about
you know what? Last one. You know what, Geordie? Yeah, you won today. Give you some flowers. You battered Wolves, a good Wolves, by the way.
Beautiful win.
Obviously, I look. You done your thing, innit? But you're still on 40 points, right? What do you actually make of your season, slightly? Like, what do you actually think is going to happen to the end of the season? Because I don't know in Newcastle. I think Joe Linton's like your biggest miss.
He's a big miss, but what I can see, hopefully, slowly but surely, we are getting our players back and they're getting match fit. They are on the bench, and just today alone, you can see just Isak being back. Willock played beautiful today. You get what I'm saying? The link-up play back with Isak. Gordon, link-up play back with Isak. Bruno Guimaraes. The guy, man, when on his day, he's a serious guy. Sometimes it could be a bit too good for Newcastle. I don't know. It's debatable. But I just wish we had our players.
Liverpool's cold.
I'm going to get to that because Trippier came off injured. We've been begging for Tino to get a start. He didn't deserve to take out the team anyway. And what he brings is athleticism. He can run back and tackle, and he can go forward and actually beat a man, which causes the opposition more to think about because they've got to deal with him as well. Beautiful run. He scored a nice little goal. Bit of a luck, but nice little run. But in terms of the whole season, yeah, pretty much. But no, I've still got hope that we can push. Because Brighton are inconsistent. West Ham as well. I really believe. But I think Man United I'm not looking at them right now. I'm not looking at that 7th spot. I think we can, like Europa Conference. I think getting into any form of Europe is very important. If you can push for 7th,
I can't lie. You have got a very nice run to the end of the season.
There's no nice runs, bro.
You've got a nice run. You've got Palace away, you got Chelsea away, which is going to be tough, I think. Other than that, you got Palace away. But then obviously other FA Cup, you got Man City, who cares about that? You got West Ham at home, Everton at home, you got Fulham away, where you actually play quite well. Tottenham, you smash them at your gaff 5-0, and by then you might have quite a few players back as much as they do. Man United away, you don't know what you're going to get with Man United. You probably could win. Then you got Sheffield United, Burnley, Brighton at home, and then which you beat last year. I remember that game and then you got Brentford away end of the season. You on paper, you've got actually a very decent run.
But this is what I'm saying to you. So our players are coming back. They are back. Apart from Wilson and Pope is now doing hand training again. So what I'm saying is, and it's starting to get match fit, match sharp. You get what I'm saying? So like I said, Willock's been a big miss. Joe Linton is the biggest one. You get what I'm saying? So I'm saying it's coming at the right time of the season. If you just keep the players fit, get a little momentum, and try and push.
Last year, it clicked for you lot mid-March.
More time we were injury-free. And that's what I'm saying. I reckon if it was injury, if you had the same players consistently that we had last season, I know the Champions League caused obviously tiredness, whatever, but I just believe the non-injuries, we wouldn't be sitting in this position right now. I think we'd actually be in and around the Villa, Man United, Tottenham places. I really believe that. Honestly, I really believe that. But it's not the case. So we're pushing for Europa Conference. You get what I'm saying? If you can finish 7th, bro, it is what it is. I'll be cool with that.
This year you might need. I think if the coefficient's right, you might even need only 8th place. And Chelsea
so I heard, but I just want to keep. I know. Yeah.
Yeah, imagine that.
It's possible. It's possible, bro. It's not written off yet. It's been ups and downs this season, or mostly downs. But it's a learning thing for us as well, for all of us, the management, the fans.
You know what?
It's a learning thing.
I've never known a season where so many players for so many teams have been injured.
Have you seen this? Have you seen that stat that came out yesterday or day before yesterday? And how many main minutes we've been missed? We're on top of the tree. I'm not surprised.
I think it's down to that winter World Cup.
Big bet.
Well, that Winter World Cup killed a lot of top players. But
yeah, across Europe, bare injuries.
By the way, big up everyone that's in here. We're gonna dip now. Gonna be back tomorrow. Should be back tomorrow for 12 o'clock for Rivals, where you're gonna probably see Don. Excuses, probably see, maybe you might see Specs, you might see Kendall, I don't know, and whatnot. Kunle. So yeah, it's gonna be a crashing session, probably on myself and Chelsea. So 12 o'clock, we'll be there.
Wait, Cass, before predict. What's your score for tomorrow?
Inshallah, in a bit.